Hi there, Anmol. Nice to see that you've sent us more essays for correction. Let's take a look at this particular set and see what you had to say. The first one is about technology hasn't made us more social. Here's what you said. Information technology has changed the way of living for people. Some think that it makes man more social, and I profoundly agree with this statement. This essay will argue the positive contribution of technology in the form of internet and modern transport in this, using examples to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, for the most part, it's good. The structure is correct. The grammar is correct. If I were to change something, I would just change a couple of words that I found to be a little unnatural. For example, I profoundly agree. It's just a little bit of an overstatement. I don't think it belongs here. You could have just said, and I agree with this statement, and that would have been fine. I also found this to be rather unnatural here, the way of living for people. It's just not what is typically said. So what you could have said instead is something like, information technology has changed the way people live, or the way of life for people, even though I feel that's a little heavier than the way people live. And by heavy, I mean just burdened with too many prepositions of. Okay, so that's some feedback about this introduction. Let's move on to your body paragraphs. Okay. Using the internet, people can communicate with anyone from anywhere in the world. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, there are a number of applications available, such as on this platform, WhatsApp, or Messenger, which facilitates to start a conversation with just one click. Okay. What do you mean on this platform? So, do you mean the internet? Is that what you're referring to? I guess you are. So, all right, that was a little confusing when I read it. So let me try reading it again. And then we'll fix some of the grammar because there are some issues here too. So the central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, there are a number of applications available. No, that doesn't make sense because you say such as. If you're referring to the internet, then you wouldn't have said such as. You would have said on this platform without the such as. So maybe you're trying to say something else. I'm going to try it one more time, okay? Bear with me. The central reason behind this is twofold. First, there are a number of applications on this platform, such as WhatsApp or Messenger, which facilitate, because then it's a number of applications, starting a conversation with just one click. Okay, if you do it like that, then it makes sense. I'm assuming this is what you meant, and something just happened here with the order, the word order. All right, secondly, it also bridges the language gap among different regions. People. I think you want an apostrophe here after S to show that the people belong to those regions with the feature of language translator. Therefore, people are now able to socialize despite what fact? Wherever they are. For example, online apps such as Facebook and bilingual are, you can't say one because you just called them apps, plural, are some of the best which have been used for this purpose. Okay, so what's happening here is that you've got some grammar which is making this a little tricky, okay? You don't have a lot of agreement between some of your verbs and some of your nouns, like here. You said online apps, but this is the wrong pronoun here to say one, are some of the best, okay? And then there were some other things up here which were strange. Let's look at this sentence here because we just kind of breezed through it. Okay, secondly, it also bridges the language gap among different regions. We talked about that, people, with the feature of, here you want an S, language translators, plural. And then this was, we talked about this, therefore people are now able to socialize regardless of where they are, or are able to socialize wherever they are. Get rid of despite the fact it doesn't belong there. Okay? For example, okay, and now this is not an example. You're just giving me, now it's not that it's not an example. It is, obviously it's an example. So, but you're saying that Facebook and bilingual are great for this, but you're not explaining to me with that example how people are now able to socialize despite the fact, wherever they are. So rather than just naming 2 types of platforms where people can do this, you need to go a little further and explain to me how and why, okay? So it would have been more appropriate to say people are now able to socialize wherever they are. For example, someone using Facebook can communicate across the globe regardless of whether he is in Russia or America or France or anywhere. Okay, making this truly an opportunity for worldwide communication. Now, that is how you would support this, okay? But just giving me names of 2 applications is not effective. So let's move on. Contemporary transport systems, plural, in addition, make, no S here, make people more sociable by diminishing the time of travel. Now they can visit their family or friends more often than earlier. No, that doesn't make sense. More often than before. As a distance which used to take hours to cover, no comma, now can be covered, ed, in minutes. The bullet train, for example, is an innovation of today's technology, and it can travel up to 200 kilometers per hour, which was not possible. What does that mean? Pre-times. It was not possible in the past. Consequently, technology helps us in certain ways to interact with people frequently. Okay, fine. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that technology has made people's lives more sociable. Okay. It is predicted that this phenomenon will increasingly grow in importance. Fine. Okay, so I liked your second body paragraph. It didn't have as many errors as the as the previous one did. It was fine. Just be careful with some of those errors that you were making, especially in that first body paragraph, okay? So let's take a look at your letter here. This is the Albion letter. Let's see what you said. Dear Sir and Madam, I am Anmol Singh, student, you need a comma here, student of the Economics Department at your Honorable College. I am writing this with regards to the letter which I have received, not and, get rid of the and, asking about my reason behind the exam I missed. All right, there's a little bit of awkwardness here. So let's clean it up a little bit. How about this? I am writing with regard to the letter I received asking about the reason behind my absence from the exam. Okay, so you can see I changed a few things around to really improve this sentence. First of all, I am extremely sorry that I did not show up on test day, and also for not providing any evidence related to my absence on time. Good. This situation? No. This situation occurred because I was down with typhoid fever that day, and the condition was so critical that I could not even walk properly. Get rid of it. Due to this reason, I missed my exam. You don't need present perfect here. You need past simple. I missed my exam and unfortunately forgot to inform the examination branch. I have all the evidence related to my illness, which I will be happy to submit as evidence. I have all the documents. Sorry. I would like to assure you that this type of negligence will not happen again, and be assured of my sincerity towards education. I am sorry again for any inconvenience. Yours faithfully. Okay. So, let's look at what you did here. Did you apologize? Well, yeah, you said you're extremely sorry. I would have liked here again, I apologize. Just use the word actually apologize. But you said I'm sorry. It's the same thing. But personally, I just like it when people reiterate that at the end. It's just a personal thing, but it's fine. You did apologize. Did you identify yourself? Let's talk about that. You said your name. All right, it's right here. But look what you're actually asked to include. Your name, your student number, and your case number. You didn't do that. So, missing part of the bullet is going to drop down your task achievement score to a 5. Okay? So you can see that it's extremely important to include absolutely every single piece of information that the bullet has. Okay, so you can see how much lower this has caused your letter to be. Now, you did this, all right. 3 was the one where you did a good job, okay? And then let's look at 4. Possible resolutions to consider. Now, look at that S there. That S means that they want more than one resolution. And you, on the other hand, didn't give any resolutions. So you completely ignored bullet 4. And what that's going to mean is that you're not going to get above a 4 for a task achievement. So you can see how serious it is to absolutely make sure that you understand the question, that you read the question thoroughly, and that you make every effort in your response to fulfill what the bullets have asked you to write about. Okay? They're very, very strict about this kind of thing. So I want you to be careful. You're early on enough in your writing where you can begin to improve this. Okay, so that's what I need you to do. The grammar and other things were fine, but really the biggest problem here was task achievement. All right, so go ahead and correct these, and let's see another set of essays from you applying all the things that we've talked about today. Okay, good luck.